Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Plain Not Jane. I am Plain Not Jane, and you, my friend, have tuned into this week's 7. This week's 7 is a video series highlighting lessons learned and observations made in my life over the last 7 days. And this week's 7 starts now. Number 1. There's a difference between a storm and a consequence. A storm is something that happens to you. You don't have control of it. It just happens. You know, stuff like the factory that you work at closing down. That's a storm. A consequence, on the other hand, is something that happens because of you. A consequence is a result of your own poor decisions. For example, losing an academic scholarship because you wouldn't go to class. Or trouble in your marriage because you neglected your spouse. Those unfortunate circumstances are due to your own poor choices. Now with a storm will roll out just as quickly as it rolled in. You just have to batten down the hatches and weather it. But with consequences, well, those tend to linger and drag on and on and on until you start to make better choices. So know the difference between a storm and a consequence. Number 2. I am learning to accept people for who they are. But that acceptance doesn't mean that they stay in the same position. Now I get that even the best people will disappoint you from time to time. But when disappointment becomes a pattern, believe it. Believe the patterns. I believe in patterns. Patterns are fairly accurate indicators of future behavior. Believe the indicators and govern yourselves accordingly. So yes, accept people for who they are. But also understand that depending on who they are, their position or their role might need to change. Number 3. So I start my student teaching in a few weeks. Yay! And in preparation, I have been literally and metaphorically trying to get my house in order. I've been organizing, decluttering as best I can, wrapping up DIY projects, and just trying to get routines in place. But honestly, my biggest concern is my family. See, they won't admit it, but they kind of take me for granted. And I don't think they fully understand or appreciate the load that I carry around here. However, when I get back in the classroom, they're going to feel every ounce of that load. Now, I really do hope that everyone can adjust, but I mean, if they don't, they'll figure it out. Number 4. In addition to getting my house in order, I also have to get this wardrobe situation in order. But the thing is, I don't know the campus dress code. Or I know the dress code, I don't know the dress culture. The dress code says work appropriate basically, but I mean, we all know that everybody's version of work appropriate is different. I've worked in schools where jeans were a no-no except on Friday if you had on like a college t-shirt. But I've also seen some schools where jeans are perfectly okay every day. And I know this may seem a little vain, but I kind of want to blend in a little bit. I'll be the new kid on the block already, but I don't want to stick out too much. And I know I would rather be overdressed than to be underdressed, but I'll be honest, even being overdressed can make me self-conscious. So hopefully in the coming days I find out about the dress code / culture and can, plan accordingly. Number 5. There are 150 days till Christmas. Number 6. I am enjoying this summer. It's been hot, but it's always hot, and I'm cool with that. And there always are gonna be mosquitoes, and I'm fine with that too, because I've found a couple of remedies so that I don't get picked apart. However, I am sick and tired of seeing flies inside my house. I know that they're coming in through the doggy door, and I am shopping for a doggy door replacement. It's actually not in the door, it's in the wall, so you have to make sure that the unit is wide enough and big enough, because we have a good sized dog. So anyway, I'm shopping for a new doggy door, but until then, I've pretty much declared war on these flies. I've got a couple of fly traps that I'm gonna stick outside. I can't do fly paper inside the house because my little ones are tall enough to stand in chairs and pull the sticky paper down, and they like playing with sticky paper. So fly paper inside the house is not an option. But, not to brag, but I'm pretty efficient when it comes to killing flies. I'm not a fly swatter, I'm a fly killer. And so I've been getting a lot of practice, but all in all, although I am enjoying the summer, I am sick and tired of these flies, and they are almost making me look forward to winter more than usual. And finally, number 7. This one is for all the bitter baby mamas. I was watching a video clip of a show, and the baby mama and the wife were beefing for whatever reason. Now, I don't think the beef had anything to do with the child being mistreated or not being loved. I don't think it had anything to do with the treatment of the baby. I think it was just beef between the baby mama and the wife for whatever reason. And it really bothered me, but it was really on my mind, like, why is that such a common occurrence? And then I thought about something, and I don't think many people think about this. If the baby mama were to pass, the wife that she cannot stand will be the person raising her child. And you have to, it's morbid, but you kind of have to think about that. This baby mama is beefing with this wife, but if the baby mama were to die, that wife is going to be the woman that's raising your child. So instead of beefing with her, how about we work to be civil at minimum, so that if something were to happen, that this other person will be equipped and will have the tools to care for our child in our absence. And it's not just for baby mamas, it's for bitter baby daddies too, that just got beef with baby mama's husband, boyfriend, significant other, whatever. Just keep in mind that when you share a child with a person, beefing with that person's significant other does not serve you. It does not serve your child. Keep in mind that if you die, that person that you can't stand is going to be the person raising your child. Just something to think about. Alright, that's been this week's 7. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a good old thumbs up. And if you didn't, keep on going and don't come back. Also, make sure you click below to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this week's 7 cooking videos, DIY projects, and good old family foolery. So until next time, go where you're celebrated, not just tolerated. Be safe. Bye-bye.